Okay. Not sure if this is live yet or not. Okay, this is going to be super boring for a second for everybody while I get stuff set up. So give me just a minute here. All right, so add everyone. Going live on YouTube now. Okay, and then where's my link? There it is. Here's the link. Wait. Okay, just getting a few things set up here. I don't think I have any, but oh, I got 2 people watching. Nice. Hello, people. Okay, so that link didn't link. Let's try that link again. YouTube. I want to look at my page. There's my heater turning on. Alright, somebody already provided the link. Good. Cool. Okay, so last Friday, we looked at Unity, kind of what's been going on with Unity. We got a really small project set up. For Godot, I honestly haven't looked at Godot 4.0 at all, so I'm not really sure how much has changed. I know a lot has changed between the 3.x and the 4.x line. So we're going to be taking a look here today. No, you're cool and interesting. I appreciate it. Okay, I'll close Discord so I'm not looking at Discord. I'm actually looking at the YouTube chat here. Okay, good afternoon, Jamie. How are you? Hello, interesting. Campus. Yeah, glad to see you too. Okay. I know, Yoda, I know. Okay, so like I said, a lot of stuff has changed in Godot 4.x compared to 3.x. And the last time I really messed with Godot was in 3.x. I know, Yoda, I know. She's very happy to see what's going on. She likes it when I talk. So, I'm going to be taking a look here. I'm going to turn on some background music this time, though. Last time it was pretty boring, so I'm just going to find a YouTube lo-fi stream. Or not stream, but a lo-fi video. And I'll put the link in the description. Second, I'm going to run and do one thing real quick. my stream is still going okay, right? That's better, mate. Thank you. Okay, so we're looking at... Position the camera here a little bit. So we're looking at Godot 4.3, and there's a project that I found that was already pre-built. And I thought maybe it would be a good idea to take a look at that project and use that as kind of a guide. So what we're looking at here is a project that was made available on itch.io by a user named Pixelboy. Pixel-boy. Called Ninja Adventure. And they've done a lot of stuff to it. I'm going to put the link in the description here. And they include with it a Godot project that they made. Alright, so... Ninja project and assets. And I looked at it for like a second. No, it's good. Love your cat. She very much loves attention. Interesting. She is a good girl. It's Yoda. Okay. So anyway, let me show you the project. So this is Pixelboy's Ninja Adventure page. They have it up as like a goal. It's not a Patreon, but they still are getting a goal for it. And each goal that they've met, they've added some more to it. So they have, I think they have even more than 45 characters with animations now. It's a ton of characters. Oh yeah, these are the updates they made. I've linked to a YouTube page before for a woman who's doing, I think she's from Iceland, who's making a Godot project with her daughter, her 5-year-old daughter. And I linked to that before. I forget her name though, so when I remember it, I'll link to it again. Anyway, she's using the same set of assets, and then she made like an extension to this, which is what brought my attention to her. So let's take a look at the Ninja Adventure project here. So this is the project that was made. So it says that space is supposed to be attack, but it's not attacking. The music is really great. It's a little crazy with the particle effects. Things seem to be working pretty well though. So I want to take a look at how this person set up their project and kind of use it as an idea for how to interact with the new version of Godot, one that I'm not very familiar with. So there's no collider there. Ooh, that is aggressive. Yeah, that's super aggressive. Oh, okay. Okay. So not perfect, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. Plus it's free, so like... Alright, so we want to open this project. Okay. Yeah, the game music is colliding with the lo-fi, you're right. Where'd it go? Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay. Never mind. Okay, it's gone to like like another screen somewhere. It's weird. I'm gonna close it and then reopen it. And so I'm going to be patient and I'll drag it to my second monitor until it's actually loaded. There we go. Okay, so let's go through our scenes here. So this is main. As you can see, I was kind of looking at it earlier. This is the main scene. World. So this must load the... So we've got camera grid, HUD, music, screen effects. So that's what they're using for all of those effects that we saw. Hey Michael, how are you? Okay. There's the HUD, camera grid, and a pivot. So what's inside the world pivot? Fog. Why is that here, not with the screen effects? And then the camera grid has these particle systems. Okay. Here, let's look at the characters. Animal actor, character. So wait, this one has its own scene. But what about the player character? Is that under content? Yeah, it's under content. So here's Ninja Blue. So we have a main script. Let's make this bigger. I'm too old for it to be this small. Okay. So signal teleporter, that's probably for moving rooms. State machine. Okay. So there's character body 2D, that's the base class. So that's what I want to see first then. Or is character body 2D something that's default with Godot? Hey Neon, how are you? So it's character body 2D. Built-in class. It is. Specialized class for physics bodies that are meant to be user controlled. You're not affected by physics at all, but you will affect other physics bodies in their path. Your abilities provide high-level APA to move objects with wall and slope detection. Okay, so this is replacing the... I forget what it... Yeah, physics body 2D. Okay. It's inheriting from that though. Lock on. A lot of this looks like it's for platformers though. Right. So that's what it's extending. Music is way too loud. Okay, turn it down. Does that sound better? Okay. So sorry for the music being too loud there. Alright, so... Thanks, Michael. So... Actor scene, pack scene, set V, actor scene equals V. If not inside tree, wait ready. If actor. Okay, so this is creating it in the world scene. Or no, this is... Yeah, this is just making sure that there's not like a double of it, I think. Resource damage team. Is that a base class as well? Resource damage team. Nope, so that's a custom class. Actor sprite. Is that a custom class too? It would help if I spelled it correctly. Yep. Var move vector. So that's normalizing the vector for the movement. That's a weird way to do that. We have the state and then just teleport. Physics process. Is editor hint. There's a lot that's different between 4.x and 3.x. Is editor hint. Okay. Where is that? I just saw it here. Is editor hint. The dialog will only show nodes that match one of the listed node types. So it's part of engine. Is editor hint. Returns true if the script is currently running inside the editor, otherwise returns false. Okay. So this is just to know if it's in the editor or not, so, okay. So then, what's the point of the state machine if you're just doing, if you're just using idle as a state? Yeah, idle's the only state. It's weird. Like, why don't they have a moving state and then have that be part of this too? And then move and slide. Michael, I have not. Michael Benny asks, have I played around with Copilot for any of my projects? I have not. The last couple of years, the main stuff that I've been doing is just working with Java with my students, doing computer science A using the CSA curriculum. And with that, I've mainly been fighting things like Copilot because students will just let Copilot write their entire script and then not understand what any of it does and not be able to make any changes or extend it, things like that. So I myself haven't really worked with Copilot. What I did do is I got a master's degree about a year ago in data science. And when I was doing that, I struggled with some of the concepts. So I would use Copilot to help explain stuff to me, and then I would rewrite it in like my own thing. But I used it more as like an enhanced version of Stack Overflow in that case. Cats Crash says, hey, Mr. Taft, happy to see you. Hey, nice to see you too. Okay, let's get rid of this project and let's try and start our own. David says, congratulations with the degree. Thank you, David. Okay, there was I don't know, every 5 years or so, I go through a crisis where I don't think I want to teach anymore. And then I end up teaching. I've been doing it for 18 years. I might as well just surrender. That's what I'm going to be doing forever. All right, so we're going to create a new game project. Yeah, we'll keep it there. And then this is just going to be, I don't know, we'll call it December, or it's not December, it's January. January second. 25. And then I'm just going to use those assets from the Ninja Adventure project. Okay. All right. That's weird. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm getting distracted. Okay. So let's set up a new folder. We're gonna call this assets. And then let's get the Ninja Adventure stuff in here. All right, so hopefully that's gonna bring it all in. Yeah, okay, it's thinking, so it must be getting the assets ready to be used. Just wanted to, Cast Crush says, just wanted to thank you for making a Legend of Zelda game-like video series. Thanks, I'm glad I could help. So we're waiting for these to import. Okay, so they're imported. Yep. So now let's make a new folder. And we'll call this scenes. Character. So this is going to be the root scene for characters. Save. Right, so we want to add a sprite 2D, and by default I'm going to make this one of the actor ones that we have. So character. I used the shaman last time. Sorcerer sounds cool though. So we'll go with shaman. And then there's 4 horizontal frames. And then there are 1, 2, 6 vertical frames. Where's there 7? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's 7. And then I forget how to. There we go, import. We want this to be, I don't want any compression. How do I totally forgot 2D? I want it to be a texture 2D. Okay, a couple questions. Has any of your students ever found you on YouTube? Yes, my students have found me on YouTube. In fact, one of my students is trying to make some AI YouTube channels, and that's what made me, I don't know, kind of think about coming back. I'm not a professor, but thank you. Not important. Right now I'm just working on figuring out what's different with Godot 4.x compared to 3.x. And yes, I am live again. Yes, thank you for welcoming me to Earth. Right now I'm forgetting how to make it so that my texture, so imports sprite. Wait, no, I want to look at importing images. I want the texture area on the right column. No, but I want it to be no filter. Right now there's a bilinear filter. It's making it look like this. And I thought I changed that here under compression. Here I'm uncompressed. Nope. Optimized? Yeah, it has nothing to do with that. Bitmaps. It's not the alpha. It's not something with the HDR. Press 2. Yeah, I want to make it. It's definitely the right column area. Okay. So I believe you. And quartz region. Ability. It's not in there. Texture. Oh, okay. Filter. Thank you. You were correct. I want no filter. Oh, okay. Here's bitmap. Linear bitmap. I'm not quite sure what the difference between these are, but we'll leave it with nearest. Thank you, Campus. Okay. So we've got our sprite here. We're gonna need to have an animation node. So let's see with an animated sprite. It used to be different. So let's, after I spent all that time, let's delete our sprite 2D and let's use our animated sprite. New sprite frames. And then some defaults. So is this... I thought there was a way that you could, if I remember correctly, there was a way that you can use an animated sprite with a grid. Yeah, that's what I want. I want add frames from sprite sheet. So assets, actor, characters, shaman. Okay, so horizontal 4, vertical 7, 16 pixels. There we go. So now I want to remove this frame. Okay, and then thanks, Campers. So position. So now I want to make this not fuzzy. Texture. There we go. Okay, so I want this to have its feet on the pivot point, so I'm gonna have to move it up. Under. Nope, I want to make it -8. There we go. So now I want to add a collider. Collision shape 2D, so this is going to be the feet. This to have a new rectangle shape. 16 pixels wide. Let's go with 4 pixels, and then we'll offset it. Transform position -2. So that represents the feet. So this needs to be a... Nope, I don't want to rename it. I'm going to change its type. Character body 2D. Alright, so this is just going to be like our base scene for characters. Alright, so our animations. So default, I don't want to mess around with animations just yet. I want to make things work. So let's go back to the docs, and I want to look at character body 2D. So move and slide, I think is probably what I want to look at. Okay. So based on velocity, so velocity is built in. So let's add a script. And we'll call this character oh wow, you get all this stuff built in. I don't want to do jump. I mean, like maybe later, but not now. I also don't want to do gravity. So let's get rid of this. Velocity.x. So let's declare that direction here. We'll call it movement. Vector 2. And then instead of doing direction, let's do, actually, we can do that again. Movement.x. Equals UI up. UI down. And then this will be movement. Let's just say velocity. And then this is if movement. That's a weird way to do it. Yeah, Link says there are some super nice improvements to the base scripts. It certainly looks like there are. And Ho says hello. Hello, Ho. Okay, so... That might be enough. This shouldn't be for like our base character script, but we use it for this one. Oh, 300 is way too much speed. That's cool that it's way faster than it took me to get something up and moving in Unity. Alright, so, whoa, okay, let's fix a few things here first. So, project settings. So we want to look at the input map real quick. So, I'm just going to call this left, right, up, down. Okay, and left, right, up, and down. I don't think I want a dead zone for this, but I'm just going to leave that as it is for now. Okay. And then we want do I want to call it interact or do I want to call it attack? Call it interact. And we'll make that the space key. Okay. Oh wait, I wasn't done there. Okay, so those are the inputs. Application. Default gravity is going to be 0. No gravity vector. I might come back to that if we want to have it jump. Kojo says any way to set up default so it doesn't assume a platformer. There probably is. I just don't know. That kind of base script is new to Godot 4.x, so I'm sure that somewhere in our project settings we can change that. I just don't know. 2D physics. Alright, so let's create some physics layers. So we'll do player, environment, and we'll do enemies for now. We might need to add more layers later. 2D navigation. Interesting. So I want to set my viewport. That's cool. You can snap the transforms to a pixel. That's neat. I want to set my window so it's not so big. Display window. There we go. So, what size is default Legend of Zelda? To the past window size. It's 16, okay, 16 by 9 if you use a mod, but what's the, okay, well, I'll just assume. So, 16 pixels, let's do 512. 16 by 16 is 256 times 2 is 512. 16 times 9 is 144, so 288. Wait. I want to keep the aspect ratio. And I want to do integer scaling. Okay. So let's try this again. Okay. My character is still teeny tiny. Weird. Okay. And let's change this to movements. Does not equal vector 2.0. Okay. Link says the node that I'm using is what's making that base script, which is probably right. Again, like I said, it's 4.x stuff. I'm used to 3.x. Okay, so all right, so it's keeping that. I want it to just go to probably don't need this if-else statement here, but it's also probably bad code without it. I don't know. Okay, that feels good. I know you guys probably can't see that itty-bitty thing. So let's go back to our project settings and our window, and let's make our scale like 4. I don't know. Oh, okay, so that helped that. Okay, so what I'm doing here isn't quite what I want. What does expand do? Okay, so that gives me my player in the center. Okay. So then, pardon me. What does canvas items do? This is all different from 3.x. Okay, so now if I make this so it only wants to keep the integer scaling, which is good. So I need to normalize that vector. Movement times speed. Dot normalized. Is that how you do it in Godot? I've forgotten. Okay, he's moving. So I need to do movement.normalize times speed. This has got to be super uninteresting. Okay, that's way better. Okay, so let's change the speed to like 150. That's way better. Okay, now okay, so I got this in the character, but it probably shouldn't be in character. We should probably have it be, well, I want to fix that project window. I want the window itself to be bigger. Screen. There we go. Now I don't know how to exit. Oh geez, I just messed everything up. Okay, there we go. All right, okay. Let me go back to being a YouTube chat here too. Okay, cool. All right, let's work on the animations. So I'm gonna call this idle down, idle up, idle left, idle right. So we've got our 4 different idles here. So idle down is fine as it is. This one. The left is this one. Idle right is this one. And idle up, hey buddy, is this one. Okay, so we've got our 4 animations for our idle. This is EP. He's a good boy. Okay, so we want to change our animation. So we want to make a reference to, no, we don't have to because we know our animated sprite is going to be there. So we want to make a function for animation. So let's also make a state machine. Idle walk. So state. Idle. Okay. Okay, well let's worry about the states later. Because clearly I've forgotten how to use states in Godot. So we'll take in the vector. So previously what I would have done, just to talk this out, is I would have found the angle which the character is moving, and then use the angle to determine if it's left, right, up, or down. And then based on if it's left, right, up, or down, that's the animation I'd play. Is that the best way to do it, though? You could also check to see if which one is greater. Get around the velocity.x and velocity.y. And that could determine if we're doing left, right, up, or down. I know that there's a way to do blend states with these, or a blend tree with this as well. And that's how I do it in Unity. It's using a blend tree. But I think that only works with the animation node and not the animated sprite node. So when I say I'm out of practice, I really am out of practice. So we want to do, for now, okay, so velocity.x is greater than, no. This is a dumb way to do it, but I'm just doing it now to get it working. So I'm giving precedence to left and right animation. And then I'll give precedence to up over down. No, one is down. So I'm giving precedence to down over up. Okay, so let's run the animation. So this should have a state machine too, but I don't have one right now. Blend trees can be used for both. Michael Benny asks, is it blend trees for changing states and animations? Yeah, it can be used. They can be used for both. Okay, so we're not changing our animation here. Why not? What's up with that? So oh, it's resetting, that's why. That's why, okay. we'll overturn if there's no velocity. No, that's not what it was. We have like 4 different ways to get that facing vector. Let's use movement instead of velocity. That's why I created it as a separate vector. I could have just directly changed velocity, but now I remember why I made the movement vector. Oh. Invalid assignment of property or key animation. So at least it's working. I'm just not grabbing the animation correctly. Is that not the right way to do that? Let's look at the docs. There's a match statement that does all the statements you put in. Yeah, you're right, I could do a match statement. Thank you, Link. Let me fix this first, and then we'll do the match statement. So, animated sprite 2D. Oh, okay. Cannot call non-static function play. Okay, so anim equals and this should be anim. I am making an instance, aren't I? Itself? I've done this before. I swear I've done it before this way. Thanks, Kojo. I put a link in the description. It's just lo-fi, whatever, on YouTube, so I don't get copy struck. Okay, so let's find out what I'm doing wrong. Godot 4.3 reference child mode. Pardon me. It's an instantiated child. No. Oh, geez. It's not very elegant. Yeah, I know what that is. This is a dumb way to try to solve this problem, but I'm annoyed. Can I? Oh, I have to do add export, don't I? This is a dumb way to do this. Can I lock this? Okay. There we go. Okay, there we go. Jeez. That was dumb. That has to be a bad way to do that. Please don't do it that way. Okay. So we got our little duder moving left, right, up, down. Okay. So I'm not really using these. So I'm just going to get rid of that sample code. Okay, so what do I want to do next? Oh, is that what it is? $sign animated sprite 2D. Oh jeez, I am... Duh. Thank you. See, I told you guys I'm super out of practice with this. Okay, so now I don't have to make this reference here. Or I can just do anim equals and then use anim again, because that's probably better. Mr. Taft. Nope. You need to mark the node as unique. I remember doing that before. know I've done this before. Unique. Right-click the node name. Okay. Access as unique name. And this should be on ready. Because otherwise, that's right, because otherwise it'll try to access it before it's loaded into the tree because it loads the tree top down. Okay, I remember that now. So this should be anim. Well, I mean, everybody's only good at basics that they've repeated until you learn patterns, and then once you learn, like, point of learning patterns is to learn kind of more tools to do stuff. So once you have those patterns, hopefully you can extend them to other things. But yeah, you have to learn the patterns first, and then generally learn how to troubleshoot and extend those patterns. There we go. Thank you very much, Link. Okay, so what was I doing? Okay, so we want to do states. Because I want to do a difference between walk and idle. So, okay, let's call this movement stuff. State stuff. It's gonna bug me if I don't do that. Yep. Okay. So enum state. Attack. And then I have to make an instance of that state. You can Link says you can also left click drag plus left control to add it to the top of your script. What? Okay. It's okay. Okay. So then I want to make so current state is state.idle. So, okay. If we're moving, then our current state, state.walk. And if we're not moving, our current state, state.idle. Alright, so now this is going to be if current state is state.idle. And I know I don't have to have these, but it's going to bug me if I don't. Okay. Else if current state state.walk oh, okay. Gotcha. Thank you, Link. So we'll do so now we're gonna do walk right, walk left, fix those two, and then walk up. Okay, so now I need to make those animations. So, walk down. Okay, and then that looks good. Walk up. Okay, and then walk left. It looks a little wonky, but that's cool. And then walk right. Alright, cool. So the code should be there. Oh, I'm only animating if our movement is happening, so it's not changing back to the, it's only changing when it is moving. So let's make it change back to idle. So that janky way I was doing that earlier. And somebody had stated that yes, I could do a match. I 100% could. I don't know why I'm not doing it. I think when you base compile it to C++, it treats the if-else-ifs the same as a match. Okay. So... okay, so it's not resetting it back to idle. So if movement is in vector 2.0, then we're creating the velocity, we're setting the state to walk. Else we're setting the velocity to 0, which only happens if velocity, or if movement is 0. And then we're setting the current state to be idle. The current state is idle. Oh, because I'm, okay. So I guess maybe I should use velocity instead. Or we'll use a different vector called like last movement. So our last move is a vector 2. And then last move equals movement. And then we're not, okay. So we're storing kind of like a facing vector. And then this should be last move. And then I'm using movement for the walking. So now, okay, so now let's do attack. So I don't have like there are weapons in here, but I don't currently have a weapon. So let's add attack left, attack right, etc. So we're going to call this one attack down, attack up. Ooh, nope. Attack left, attack right. So we have these attack animations. Let's start with attack down. So these are single frames on here. So there's attack down, attack left. It's this one. No, why did I add 2 frames? Delete that frame. Attack right. Oh, I was holding control, that's why. It's this one. No, hey! I want you. I just want that one. And then attack up. It's adding like a default frame. Yeah, go away. Attack up is this one. Okay. So... oh yeah, I need to fix this too. So this should be... I think I just called it left and right. I never actually came back to fix this after I created all those input actions. Okay, so now, if we're attacking, I want to have like a small amount of time where the attack pushes down whatever else was happening. So I want attack to take precedence over movement. So if input dot get get vector. Why? Get vector be better than get axis. Raw strength for... why did I use capital for interact? I'm weird sometimes. Then I want to do current state equals state dot attack. Return. I also want to do if equals. I want to return for that as well. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, Lee. I must have my monetization on. Sorry about that. I won't do it again. Okay. So if current state is state.attack, turn, and then I want to have like a little timer here. Did you miss anything, Lee? Or are you now like in a weird other time zone? I think this is 0.15 and this will be a one shot. And then timeout. Connect to character. Current state equals state dot idle. I also want to start that timer. And then we want to start the attack timer. Does it not start? No. How do we start a timer? Okay. Interesting. Okay. Timer node. Yeah, start. Isn't that what I did? Oh, I named it wrong. And I misspelled it now. Okay, there we go. And then, well, I guess I don't want to return. Still want to do animation. But I only want to do the animation here. Okay, this is a little messy. Okay, we're gonna grab these. And okay, save that. A little long, but it's exactly what I wanted. Nice. Huh. I don't know, Lee. I must have turned something on in my monetization. I'll have to check when I'm done here. Okay, this is kind of messy. Let's make a new function. So movement is going to get all of this. And oh, so we'll call it move character. Okay, cool. Yeah, no worries, Lee. I get it. Was it a good ad or was it a bad ad? Okay. So we've got let's create another function for input handling. And then let's just call that function. Cool. So, alright, let's deal with this dude back into default. Okay, so now the weapon. So let's create like a node as like a folder. Actually, let's make this a node 2D. So it has a transform. And we'll call this like weapon holder. And let's make area 2D nodes for each of the 4 directional weapons. So we'll call this like weapon down. Okay, so weapon down is there. So now I want to find. This needs a sprite. No, not what I meant to do. There we go. So, items, weapons, book. What would be a good weapon for a shaman, like a hammer or something? Hammer, there we go. Alright, and then I want this to be nearest as well. Okay, so let's change its position. Let's go with like -2. Let's make him actually do his attack down animation. Okay. And let's give this a rectangle. 8 by 8. Let's make that bigger. So we'll make this 10 pixels by 10 pixels. Okay. It's a little big, that's okay though. Okay, whatever. No, this is gonna bug me. I'm gonna move it. Let's go with -3. No, -2 is right. And then sprite is where it should be. Collision shape. Oh, fine, I'll leave it as it is. Okay, so that's weapon down. So now we want to duplicate this, and we're going to call this weapon up. And let's make weapon down visible. Let's change to our attack up animation. And weapon up, we're going to move. There's weapon up. So we got down, up. Let's duplicate this again. Left. Alright, so let's move this where we want it to be. We want this to be no, we want to rotate it. So let's go -6. Too much. Perfect. Okay, so there's a left. And then let's make one more for a right. Duplicate. Let's make this attack right. And then make this visible. Perfect. Okay, so you've got these 4 weapon positions. And they're all inside the weapon holder. So let's make a reference to the weapon holder. It should be in state stuff. Weapon holder. Now, do I want this to control when the weapons are turned on, or do I want the weapon holder itself to control when the weapons are turned on? So when we play that attack right animation, I want all of these to be invisible by default. And then I want to do weapon holder dot get child right? Can I just do that? Or do I have to use the... There's a different way to get child by name, right? Let's look at the docs. So we'll do, this is right, 0, 1, 2, 3. It's visible, isn't it? That's the... Or is it is visible? So, it is visible. It's not visible equals true. Okay. And then we want to do, this seems like a really bad way to do this. So left would be 2. Right would be, or sorry, down would be 0. And up would be 1. And then when the timer's off, we're going to make them all invisible. I in weapon get child count. That's the wrong way to do it, right? Yeah, that's totally the wrong way to do it. I want to make them all invisible for int I in get child count. I gave you an int name. Never mind. We just want to do okay. So I want to do a for loop in Godot. My students would be laughing at me right now. Yeah, okay. I feel like I did that and it told me it wasn't right. For I in okay. I just didn't want the parentheses. Alright. Whatever. So I had it right the first time. There's almost certainly a better way to do this than the way that I did it, but it's kind of nice. Gotten a lot more done in this 2-hour Godot stream than I did in my 2-hour Unity stream, even though C# makes more sense to me than GDScript does at this point in time. Okay, cool. Well, that's all I'm going to do this morning. Thanks very much you guys who have come, you're awesome. Thanks for, hanging out while I've been absent. And I hope everybody has a good day and a wonderful new year. Okay. I'm bad at ending things like this, but everybody have a good day.